Hello, beautiful soul. It's Kirsten with Kismet, and it is time for the weekly affirmation. This week's affirmation is all about relationships, and that is an area where, at least me personally, I need as much support as I can get. Relationships are the foundation of our lives. We grow through them, we learn through them, we feel love through them. It's how we interact each and every day because we are all so connected that our relationships mean so much to us. And they can also be such a source of pain. They can bring us so much sadness and despair and anger and jealousy and shame and guilt. And that's why this topic is one that we all struggle with. How to have healthy relationships, how to maintain ourselves and our own authenticity within a relationship. So let's get to the card. I choose to see my relationships through the light of love. I choose to see my relationships through the light of love. I think that what we struggle with many times is that our perceptions of people, whether they be people close to us or people that are just acquaintances, or we happen to meet them for the first time in a store or through an introduction, those first moments or longer relationships are colored through our own perceptions. We bring our own baggage to those relationships. We bring our own opinions, we bring our own judgments, we bring our own wounds. We bring everything to that instant, to that connection, and it colors our perception of others. We don't necessarily see them for who they truly are. And one of the best things we can do for ourselves and for others is to view them through the light of love. See them as their angels see them. To recognize that they have their own wounds, their own vulnerabilities, their own struggles, and to not place on them ours. And once we recognize that everybody has their own story, we can meet them from a place of love and grace. Many of you know I'm divorced, and my first husband is a wonderful person. He's a great dad, and every once in a while he gets triggered when he gets stressed, whether that be because his dad has been in the hospital, there's been an upset at work, whatever it may be. When he gets stressed, he lashes out in some fashion towards me. Yeah, we're not married anymore. It doesn't matter. I'm still a safe place to land with those emotions. And I used to take this really personally. I did all through our marriage. And then after we were no longer married, we would get into this little tiff, this disagreement. And he would lash out, and I'd be like, dude, we're not even married anymore. Why are you why are you bringing all this stuff up? And why are, trying to process his own feelings through, being upset or blaming me for things that are going on in his life. And I used to just take that in and suck it in, and I would feel terrible, and I'd think, "Ooh, is that really true about me?" And then one day I had an epiphany. And that epiphany was that it isn't about me, it's about him. And when I chose to see him as a person through the lens of love, his own struggles, his own issues, I could totally cut that cord between us. And now, when that happens and I get those phone calls or those texts that are blips, I just smile to myself, think about what's going on in his world, recognize that he's feeling stressed and it's not about me. And I don't judge him for it because that's not what it's about. We all experience those moments. And because I can see him through a lens of love and I can feel compassion for what he's going through and I can try to understand what's happening, then I am safe. I am protected. I feel whole. So try this. Look at others, especially those who cause you, they push your buttons. People who push your buttons, we all have them. If you have a few button pushers in your life, try this. The next time they push your buttons, think about it. Is this really about me? Or is this about them? If it's about them, look at them through the lens of love. Look at them through compassion and grace. And just let it go. And you will find that your relationships are so much healthier. And your boundaries are so much healthier. Yep, it's time to look at our button pushers through the lens of love. I know it says relationships, but I'm going to fudge it over to button pushers. This week, I know you can do it. Everyone you encounter, remember, they have their own story. And because it's their own story, it's not your story. So if you end up entangled with them, look at it. Look at them through the lens of love. This is Kirsten with Kismet, wishing you the most amazing week in love and light.